All right, play 8 of this first drive by the Buffalo Bills in the AFC wildcard game versus the Steelers. The Bills, a scripted play drive. It's early in the game, so it's first drive of the game, so it's scripted plays by Joe Brady. A great job of the game plan, of the schemes. He has mixed in power spread, West Coast offense with some air raid. He's, all kinds of good stuff. Personnel. He's had 2 tight ends, 1 tight end, 0 tight ends, an extra lineman blocking. He's mixed the time. He had a couple sugar huddles. They get to the line. I think on this one, they had a sugar huddle as well, though I couldn't see it. You see there's 13 seconds left on the play clock, so I think that was a little bit of a sugar huddle tempo thing a little bit there going on. Steelers are on their heels because literally the design of the calls in this first drive of the scripted plays has been really, out wide, up the gut, power run, spread, bubble screens, quick game, down the field crosser, one-on-one with a tight end, all kinds of stuff. And the Steelers have been on their heels. Plus, as I keep saying, if you go back to my other videos, the Steelers had a lot of guys coming back from injury, had a lot of issues with that. One guy from suspension, KZ, the safety. So guys are playing. They only had a week to get ready on this. And Landon Roberts coming off injury. Fitzpatrick coming off injury. And guys have been sort of out of position on some of the coverages and sort of arguing about it. And last but not least, on the last video I had, which was the last play, they were showing a cover 6 and jumped into a Tampa 2. And I tried to show the difference of the cornerbacks in the Tampa 2 versus Tampa 7 and the holes that are open on each one. In the Tampa 7, you tend to leave the flats open. In the Tampa 2, you tend to leave the short middle open because you've got 3 guys back there, one covering the hole and the 2 deep safeties in the deep hole. So in the deep half of the field. So you always give up a little something unless, like I said, you play the perfect Saban cover 7 match defense and everyone does their assignment perfect. And the goal and the idea there is you cover in everything. But it's just hard to do. It's the field's big enough. There's always some openings. Okay, so this play, the 8th play of the drive, we got a first down, then we got a couple big plays and another 3-play first down, couple big plays, a 2-play first down, and here we are, 24-yard line of the Steelers, and a little sugar huddle, a little bunch set to the left. They had a bunch set to the right a couple plays ago, and Allen was under center, and they just did a power run, and the Steelers weren't ready for it. And one of the guys in the bunch set was a lineman, so they had an extra lineman on the field. So now they're in the shotgun, the bunch set to the other side. Is that a lineman? Let's take a look. No, that's a tight end. So we got a tight end, 2 receivers. So this is a 1-1. 1 running back, tight end, 11 personnel, and then 3 receivers. So the other one, you had 2 receivers and a lineman and a tight end. So that was more like what you call a 2-2, or a 1-2, or a 1-1, but with an extra lineman. So this one is your standard 1-1. You have 3 receivers, no extra lineman in, and it's 1st and 10. So the Steelers are looking for this. Could be a pass. So they go back. They jump out of their 3-4, and they're back in their 2-4 nickel, and they are keeping the nickel back as a cornerback. I think that's Sullivan. So they only have 2 safeties on the field, and that would be Rowe, and there's a cornerback there. That's Peterson. There's the really good guy Porter there, and then there's Fitzpatrick. So this looks like a cover 6 again, just like the last play. They look like cover 6, and then this guy actually was on the other way, and then the quarter safety jumped back into cover 2, and then the linebacker came flying back into a Tampa 2. So now, are they going to do something like that again? Are they going to mix it up again? So you're looking at this. You've got a bunch set, condensed bunch over here. What's going to happen here? Remember, this is off the sugar huddle. So not a ton of time, but 11 seconds, a little bit of tiny bit of tempo there. All right, you see that safety's deep. Now, the interesting thing is, look at the technique here. Inside leverage. That's man-to-man. That's usually man-to-man because he's using the sideline as his leverage, and he's not funneling it back to the safety. Unless he plays it he plays the flat area. He plays the cloud corner. He's not. Look at that. So in the end of the day, and by the way, that was Fitzpatrick over here and Rowe is over here. I just saw the numbers. So Rowe's the one going back, looks like a deep safety, but literally he comes up so quick. And the way that he has the man, I'm wondering if this was just a full quarters across the whole way. But that's pretty damn deep for a quarters. And then the other way these guys are playing it in quarters, you're more aggressive than this. Look at them backing up right here. So the look looks like a cover 6 where he's a deep half and they've got their quarters right here. But the way they're playing it, that safety should be coming up faster, kind of like he was. And again, I don't know if this is a technique issue with these guys. This whole drive and actually this whole game, the Steelers weren't executing well on defense. A lot of bad execution. So I'm not sure if that's this case again, or this is literally like more like a cover 4 where these guys all have their quarters there. I'm not really sure again. And it's always hard to tell when, you're not sure if it's the scheme or just bad execution. That's part of the problem. But either way, look at now you have your cornerbacks. He's like man-to-man on here. So this could have been a 6-man, where, or a 6-match, where once these guys pattern distributed. But, look at, they're going into a block. And these guys, if that's the distribution, these guys would be up quick. So this is like zone, definitely. And they're kind of quarter, but it's condensed, so they're right next to each other. It looks funky. The whole thing looks funky. Tomlin will do some funky stuff, which is cool. He plays around, but yeah, it's hard to tell. But I'll tell you what I know is on offense, this is 100% an RPO. Now, go back to my second play, which is my third video, but second play of this playlist, the second play of this series, of this drive. And it was a fake RPO and a fake read option as well. And it was a pure power outside zone give to the running back. This is an RPO. You can look at this and go back and compare it to the other and see, look at the difference in Josh with the ball. See? Look at that. Both hands are there because he may be pulling that out and passing it. If you look at if you look at my play number 2 video, he's giving it with just one hand all the way. He's not looking, look at him looking here. This could be, look at the blocking over here. You don't see any of this in the last one. Diggs was over here on that other play. No one was blocking downfield, but Diggs was acting like throwing his hands up in the air, like pass it to me. Josh wasn't even looking that way. So that was a fake RPO. This is a real RPO. Josh could have pulled this and threw it. Why doesn't he? Because look at this. Look at the conservative nature of this defense. Supposedly he's in big-time off-man coverage. He's a deep safety, kind of, but then he runs up quick here. These guys are kind of quarters, but kind of not playing aggressive quarters. Who knows what it is? Josh doesn't have to know exactly. It doesn't matter. He can see guys are off. He can see it's a light box. Look at this linebacker reading this tight end. The linebacker might be matching to the tight end. I don't know what's going on, but he's racing out there. This was an easy give. Josh is reading it, right? He's looking pre-snap, now post-snap. And then he already knew pre-snap, I'm pretty sure. But now for sure. He sees that linebacker looking out here. So he's going to give it and act like he's throwing it out here. See? I'm going out here. Look at the linebacker fall for it. So here you go. So now, again, I've got guys in the comments sort of already starting to say diabolical. No, this is not any. Here's the genius of this. And it's not like Joe Brady made up the idea of RPOs, okay? But his play, I'm not going to say play calling, the game plan of these scripted plays. He does have flexibility, so he did choose sort of these plays out of the script. So congrats to that. But he had a great script coming into this game. I love the variation he has going on in personnel and in scheme. I love it. So, that's what's cool. But what's the genius of this RPO? It's just so simple. There's nothing diabolical here. I mean, you just have some guys blocking down on a zone run. You take a look at the box, you see where people's eyes are. They got pass eyes. They're all looking pass eyes. And it's an easy give. And you've got this guy's out here in case there's a run or a pass. So now you got 1, 2, 3 against 5 linemen. Look at, he's not even blocking anyone. Look at this. And then that's Mykal Walker. He didn't do a good job, the young guy. He's been doing pretty good in the pass coverage, but this, and it's hard to stop this. I mean, nice little cutback by Cook. Boom. So again, you had a lighter box. It's very simple. You don't have to, power spread is like it sounds, power spread. Pro sounds even more simple, but pro is more complicated. So yeah, no, power spread is just, it's supposed to be simple. That's the genius of it. And this is very simple read, makes the right read. Now we've got a big problem. So the Steelers have been on their heels the whole time, and they're on their heels again. And this play is just great. It was, this was part of the script. Each play is a connection to the next. It's all packaged into one big package in the first drive.